Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins, along with my brother Brent and Paula Asteria, we're looking at incredible phenomenon. Look at this display of the unknown. We're looking at a huge beam coming down from the sky, something illuminating this cloud and the entire city. People are in shock and awe. Welcome, everybody. Leave your comments. Brent, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, this is badass footage. Look at this thing. It's just illuminating the whole sky. This takes a lot of energy, and we see the pulse, this beam, just right in this trajectory, right into the cloud, and it's creating this immense light. It's blowing everybody away. You can see these people. You hear the excitement in the background as they film this. Pretty amazing stuff. What is behind this? Some sort of new project, new technology?
Oh my God, wow. This one looks absolutely biblical. I mean, what we're looking at right here, it looks like a concentrated beam shooting down on this city it kind of looks to me like maybe somewhere in an Arabic country. I'm thinking from the buildings I know, we're not really sure what the location is. But the amount of energy going into this beam of light, I mean, it almost looks like a tractor beam, you know? It's an insane amount of energy just shooting straight down into the ground here. And what's crazy about it is it doesn't really look like any form of lightning I've ever seen in my life. You know, normally lightning kind of branches off, and this just seems like all the energy is concentrated straight down into the ground. So this is definitely very unusual, and you know, I'm curious to know, was there a thunderstorm happening at this point? Was it plasma being attracted to a certain point on the ground? Or is this a tractor beam?
Yeah, could it be some kind of power plant exploding? A huge transformer creating this phenomenon? You know, it's interesting. I'm sure we're going to get more updates. We've seen this before, but this is one of the best captures of this kind of event, of a laser coming from the sky or the ground. It's hard to tell, but it's definitely illuminating this cloud of incredible lumens.
Yeah, again, let's just roll it. The close-up really shows a lot. I'm thinking this is 100% legit, and we're seeing something that is sparking an interest, and it's sparking up the sky. I bet this could be seen for probably about 20 to 30 miles, maybe even farther, because the intensity of the light is just, it's tremendous.
More videos just in.
Okay, so I'm in the cockpit of a plane. This is getting brighter outside the plane.
And then it turns.
When is it turning?
And it stops, and then
Wait,
it stops position, and then it goes away.
what is that?
And then there's two more
Where?
right below it.
Where? Point to where there's another one. Oh, and now there's two more. So what is this?
I don't know, man.
Look at it. Bright, throbbing, and then wait, and then it went away.
All right, 45,000 feet, flying east over Texas. People, well, the pilots, they're looking at something they can't explain. I think it's a kind of an underwhelming video, but what's incredible is that it's coming in from the front row seat. The commercial airline pilots themselves seeing unusual activity, UFOs, orbs in the sky at 45,000 feet, way beyond any kind of ordinary commercial drone that you could imagine. Whatever's up there, in my opinion, it shouldn't be there, and that's why it's a UFO.
Yeah, it's not being tracked on radar, so it catches the pilot's attention, and they're filming it. That's the best part. And we recommend any pilot, commercial, military, hey, be the whistleblower. It's all out in the open. You don't need to be afraid. There's no ridicule anymore. So these guys are doing what they need to do. Again, coming from TikTok, these guys are putting their jobs on the line, releasing this, being a commercial pilot, and I commend them. What are we seeing here? We're seeing these two orbs way off in the distance. They see it doing kind of somewhat erratic maneuvers. They're questioning what this is. They're pretty much deeming this as a unidentified flying object. It's legit.
Yeah, I like it the way the pilots get their own data as well, not just the data coming in from the cameras, but they actually pull out their own iPhones and start recording, and they're uploading it to social media. They're not afraid anymore. I remember the good old days, and it wasn't so good when Robert Bigelow from Bigelow Aerospace was the aggregator of all the information coming in from pilots. So if you were a pilot just not too long ago and you had a close encounter up at 40,000 feet, you were directed to report it to Robert Bigelow Aerospace, and nobody wanted to deal with it, and for some reason that kept a lot of pilots in hiding and the ridicule. So we're looking at something quite extraordinary here, just the aspect of these pilots coming forward at this time.
Yeah, now it's free will. Like I said, I suggest every pilot, commercial pilot, military, if you're up there in the sky and you see something, report it, send it to Third Phase. Let's get the word out. And why was Bigelow taking over all the information that came in? He was a guy that bought Skinwalker Ranch because he wanted to know the information going on there. Then he sold it. Is he hiding the goods?
And yeah, he definitely has. And he's not sharing with us all these pilots' reports and videos. I'm sure so much suppression in those times. Now we got to open it up to the world. That's what Third Phase of Moon's all about. More videos just in. Take a look at this crazy weather phenomenon and tell me what you see in the comments. All right, we're looking at the comments, and we're going to watch this video once again. I'm sure everybody's pretty much on the same fence. Is this what looks to be Jesus Christ? Obviously, I think everybody's on the same page, saying that this pareidolia effect definitely resembles the saint here. What do you think about this, Brent? We've heard about the rumors of big government talking about a false flag creating the resurrection of Jesus somewhere in Argentina, Project Bluebeam.
Yeah, I'm not sure what year that was. I think it was the early 70s or late 60s. And again, the false flag invasion, is this it? Or the second coming of Christ? People, we don't know. Is it going to happen? People have faith. And we're looking at something that is going to have people kind of memorize, because this is something that's pretty intense.
Yeah, this definitely does not look like a normal cloud to me. It obviously looks very different from the other clouds around it. And what definitely comes to mind to me is Project Bluebeam. Apparently with this Project Bluebeam experiment, and from what I've heard from other sources, it's proposed that they will use Project Bluebeam to basically induce an alien invasion. Like, they're going to make like a fake sort of rapture type event that will either cause an alien interference or cause the CIA or the government, the American government, to bring UFOs in and stage a false flag.
We're looking at this video, and I gotta say, I don't think it's manipulated. It's legitimate, and it's just amazing, the likeness to what people could see. And maybe it's something biblical. You just never know. I want to get your comments. More videos of what some people are dubbing the hover car, and let's just roll it for a while. I got the original to the left. I kind of shrunk that down, and I wanted to get a close-up of this object way at a distance. I did my best to track this thing so we could get a good look at it. Some points of the tracking seems a little jittery, but the original down to the bottom, and I don't know. This is amazing. Just watch this. All right, this is one of those videos that is very rare. It's in the Third Phase of Moon archive. We wanted to pull this up and share it with you again because when we wanted to have a more fine-tuned look at some of the evidence, this is undoubtedly whatever it is. It's in the air. We see the birds flying around this object. And again, we don't see any means of propulsion. Some people might say it's some kind of mocked up drone, but I think it's off. It seems to me off in the distance, and I'm not seeing any propellers here. Brent, what's your thoughts on this? Some kind of Elon Musk experiment here, some experimental aircraft?
Yeah, I'm saying unacknowledged projects. We're looking at something that doesn't resemble anything that we see in the skies unless it's unidentified. And we're looking at something that we're seeing for the first time. Again, this is something from the archive, but I haven't seen this anywhere else. It's not commercial. This thing's 100% legit. It's up there in the sky. There's no CGI. It kind of reminds me of the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and it's hovering. I do see these kind of maybe baskets or something on the bottom of this. Could this be the means of propulsion? What are we looking at here?
I know this is proposed from the archives, but I have to say that I've been reading articles about new hovercraft basically being proposed to be released in LA recently. So I know that this is something that has been worked on by several different companies around the world, especially in Dubai as well. Kind of more like drone type experiments. But basically, I just want to say that if I was a billionaire and I had a lot of money, I would definitely hire mad scientists to build me one of these, and I would fly it without any government restrictions on my own.
Who doesn't want their own flying car? Basically, mundane, no danger. And this thing, whatever it is, it seems pretty stable, and it's off in the distance. And again, after looking at this very closely, some people might say that this is some kind of hoax or whatever embedded into the shot. Whatever. Look at how it passes through just everything. That is an indicator that if this were indeed a hoax, they would have had to do a lot of work to do the rotoscoping. I just like the way that it seems like a person could fit into it. Like it would be something that Elon Musk is right around the corner. Aren't these taxi deliverable drones going to be right there in the Olympics in Los Angeles in the next upcoming Olympics?
Yeah, true. That's what they're saying. But again, this is coming from the archives almost before drones were even commercial for the just people, civilians that could pick up a drone. We're looking at something that was before Elon Musk, and with his technology, we're looking at something, again, more in back in time that didn't resemble anything like this. So that's what makes this video pretty unique.
So maybe it's not a hovercar. Maybe it's actually a drone that's coming from a mothership outside of Earth. That's a possibility. I'm just throwing that out there.
I like it that I'm actually looking at the date. We posted this up on Third Phase of Moon, coming in from a person that shot something quite incredible. It's over 7 years old. So it's interesting that here's some pretty great HD footage 7 years ago. And it rolls for quite some time. Just everybody think about it, share this. We want to get your thoughts. And again, it doesn't seem like a drone to me. It just seems too, well, unless it's some kind of a drone ship from another world, possibly, Brent.
Yeah, but again, 7 years ago that this came out, and show me something that looked like this 7 years ago. That's where everybody's not going to be able to pull that off, because that's what makes this legit and, again, unidentified.
Yeah, I kind of like the thought process. Maybe they're working on this. If this was basically 7 years, this footage was released to the public, and obviously it would have been having a lot of engineering to create this kind of drone and sophistication, but nobody's ever seen this until maybe in most recent times in New Jersey and what's been going on over the past few months with a massive drone swarm over America and around the world. Still haven't got the official word of what that experiment was that Donald Trump basically stated that's what they're doing. What was the experiment? That's the big question.
You know what I think is interesting about that experiment is basically what he was saying is that the drones are ours, but he didn't mention the balls of light or plasmoids that were hanging around that were interacting with the drones. So what's going on with that? What sort of experiment was going on?
Yeah, that's a big question, and we still haven't gotten that answer. Let's just go back again with what we just watched. We want to hear your opinions because it means a lot. We're just going to run it, and give us your opinions in the comments below.
Okay, so I'm in the cockpit of a plane. This is getting brighter outside the plane.
And then it turns.
When is it turning?
And it stops. And then
Wait,
it stops position. And then it goes away.
what is that?
And then there's two more
Where?
right below it.
Where? Point to where there's another one. Oh, and now there's two more. So what is this?
I don't know, man.
Look at it. Bright,
Could
throbbing, and then wait, and then it went away.